Rock and Stone Miners, it's Dan, and I'm back with another Kickstarter unboxing, this time with, as you may have guessed, the Deep Rock Galactic expansions, the second set of expansions. So, if you recall, I didn't actually back the first set of expansions on Kickstarter. I bought them on back kits, which ended up costing me a lot of money. So, when they announced the second batch of expansions and they were slightly more reasonably priced, I was like, okay, fine, I'll back it, and I hope this is the last set because they're gonna make me go out of business at this rate. Anyway, I can't actually remember what's in here. It's been long enough that I just have no recollection. I think there was some cool like stretch goals and some extra things, so I guess we'll see. Let's open it up. After what seems like an unlimited amount of tape, we are in. Okay, first things first is the Biomes neoprene mat. So new neoprene mat, which is always appreciated. Really like the original. Right, let's get this one out first so that we can use it as a backdrop. There it comes. And we roll about. There we are, very colourful mat, quite different to the original, which was very much just like yellow and mechanical, like standard Deep Rock Galactic stuff, but you've got like the spiky thingies here, you've got all the different biomes around the outside, you've got different colours for different places at the top, so very nice. Can't say I needed another playmat, but I'll take it. Alright, next we have stand-in hidden cave segments. Included in this pack are 6 optional artfully illustrated hidden cave segments to be used as temporary stand-ins. These are provided to help you disguise any wear, nuances, or unique marks on the back of your hidden cave segment tiles to ensure that the hidden cave's contents remain a mystery until explored. So, I may have mentioned this with the previous expansion, but they had hidden cave segments where it was supposed to be like mixed in with the other cave segments, but the problem was that some of them had different colored backs. So I think this is essentially your way of saying use this for all of your cave segments, then you're not going to know whether you have like an expansion one, like the Core Lock Tyrant Weed, for example. So it's nice that they thought that. During setup, place the stand-ins on the game board where you would normally place the hidden cave segments as indicated by the mission diagram. If the mission requires a specific tile, such as the Data Vault cave segment from the Rivals expansion, make sure that this cave segment is shuffled into a randomized supply of only the specific number of hidden tiles needed for the mission. When a dwarf reveals a hidden cave, draw a random hidden cave segment blindly from your supply. Replace the stand-in hidden cave segment on the board with this new tile, placing it face up and maintaining the exact orientation of the segment you just removed. So pretty much as I said. So if we open these up, so the actual cave segments themselves all look similar. They've obviously got different designs, but on the back they're all exactly the same print. So I think the point is that you would then flip it over and then replace this with something else. So that's cool. I like that they've done that. Just listening to fan feedback, can't argue with that. Right, next thing in the box, we have the Shockwyrm miniature expansion. Very cool. So this looks to be similar to the other sort of mini ones, but we've got a big ass Shockwyrm miniature there. We've got 6 event cards and a creature card and event card down there as well. So let's have a quick look. Beware the wriggling, electrified monstrosity of epic proportions. If it gets to you, you'll be in for one hell of a jolt. The Shockwyrm comes with custom event cards, adding even more risk to your perilous journey into the mines of Hoxxes. Add the regular event card to your event card deck at the start of the game, and if the Shockwyrm is drawn, you must draw from the Shockwyrm event deck instead, until the beast is defeated. Prepare for a shocking surprise. So kind of similar to how the Core Lock Tyrant Weed works. Alright, let's open him up and have a look. Alright, box comes off. Kind of an unnecessarily large box for what is inside, but here we have the Shockwyrm. Very cool. So 2 hexes on the board it takes up, like a massive caterpillar. Alright, and then we have the cards. And so yeah, we have the Shockwyrm information. So with the actual like enemy info on here, which was missing from some of my cards if you remember. Then the Shockwyrm event card to go inside the event deck, and then the actual Shockwyrm event deck. So that reminds me of Horizon with the big bosses, where you've got like a bunch of different behaviors that they can do. So a very cool little guy. hopefully we'll get a chance to have a look at him this coming weekend. Next we have some sort of acrylic tokens, though these look to be different acrylic markers for different things. I don't recognize all of them. Some of them I'm guessing are to do with the new biomes. I don't know if these cover the biomes from the original biome expansion. Kind of hard to see. I think these must all be new. But yeah, we got some of those. I haven't previously gotten any acrylic markers or tokens for Deep Rock Galactic, so they will stand out a little bit. Okay, more acrylic tokens. Okay, and we've got, looks like something to do with like Bosco maybe, or is this the hacker drone? I think that might be the hacker drone. Yeah, that's definitely the hacker drone. So this is to do with the I can't remember what the game mode is called. I haven't played Deep Rock Galactic, like the video game, in quite a while. It's like the rival Incursion stuff. And then this is amazing. This looks like the metal dice, and this is so heavy. I totally forgot about these. This is really exciting. So you've got all these different kinds of dice in here. Oh, let's open it up. Love the embossed rock and stone. This is a really, really nice tin. And then, as you can see, silica gel. Where would we be without my beloved silica gel? And then, yeah, we've got... Oh my god, these are so heavy. Could these even roll? I guess they can. So we've got, looks like, one for every single dice. So we've got 2 blues, 3 greens, 3 yellows, and 2 reds, which I think is the normal amount you get, right? It has been a while, but yeah, very cool. And then you've got the resource die that has gold on it. You've got the pickaxe dice. You've got the creature dice. You've got 2 of those. Damn, that is that's crazy. This is exceptionally extra. I don't know if these are going to really be that usable. They feel really heavy to roll, and I don't know how much they would actually roll in a game. But they're really cool. Right, let's look at this one, shall we? We have the Deep Rock Galactic exclusive gift box for Rival Incursion and Horrors of Hoxxes. What's in here? 1 Golden Steve figure, 1 Betsy miniature, Betsy parasite token, bunch of stuff. You know what? Instead of reading it, let's actually see what's in it. Although I do see barrel mini game. I forgot about that. Okay, just a standard yellow box. You probably don't need to keep this box, but I mean, it looks pretty cool. And pull that out. Would you believe it? We have more silica gel, the gift that keeps on giving. So, first things first, we have the Rival Incursion expansion and Horrors of Hoxxes expansion Kickstarter exclusive rule sheet. So, what does this do? Tells you about some of the new throwables, some of the new secondary weapons, extreme swarm cards, Betsy, love Betsy in the game, and then it talks about the barrel minigame, rock and stone cards. Wait, so you play the barrel minigame to win rock and stone cards? Before a mission, all players may choose to play the barrel game. If you choose to play the barrel game, you get 2 attempts. Instead of starting the mission with the default 1 rock and stone card, you start with 1 rock and stone card for each successful score with the barrel. That's so nice. Here we are. We want to extend a heartfelt thanks to you, our incredible backers. You are the vanguard miners who made this project possible. When we launched the Deep Rock Galactic base game campaign back in 2022, we poured our hearts into adapting the beloved video game into an immersive tabletop experience. Yet nothing could prepare us for the passion, support, and dedication you've shown along the way. Yet here we are, 3 years, 8 expansions, and 1 million rock puns later, and Deep Rock Galactic, the board game, is bigger than we ever dared to dream of. It's becoming something truly unique, and that's thanks to you. We don't know exactly what the future holds, but one thing is certain, with you by our side, it looks bright. There's just one thing left to say, and yes, it's a pun. From all of us at Mood Publishing, you rock. Yeah, anyway. Despite the initial issues I had with the first campaign, when it came to delivery, lots of issues, and with the second campaign and the cost, put all of that to one side, the actual game is really, really good. It's been adapted really, really well into a board game format, and everything that Mood Publishing have produced has been like exceptionally high quality. So from that side of things, you can't fault them, and hats off to you guys. So this looks to be bits of the barrel minigame and some additional tiles over here. Yeah, so this is the pop-out bits for the barrel minigame, so I'll put this together before the video's over and we'll give it a go. We've got another hidden cave segment. This one has Betsy by the looks of it. So really cool. And then we have some extra cave bits here. Not sure what they are for exactly, but the rules will explain it presumably. And I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with Steve. So cool. I mean, obviously you can't use him in the game, but a nice big gold Steve, and it says Steve on the front. Love it. He's going to live on my desk. Right, Steve, you are staying here within shot for the rest of the video. What else do we have? Here, looks like we have Betsy. It's a lot smaller than I remember. Betsy is actually, like, huge in the game, but I guess they've got to make it fit within the, within the game board, because it needs to go into one of these little squares, or hexagons. So, it makes sense, I suppose. Little Betsy. Then we have the barrel to be kicking. Looking forward to that. Got a new dice bag. This one has got the monster design on it, so very nice. Down here, we've got some green big gems. I can't remember what they are called in the video game. Don't step on Steve. And then also we have one of the like hidden cube things. You find them in the walls, and I don't know what they do exactly in the game. I don't think, did anyone ever find out? Let me know if you know. And then we got a little spider thing. Not sure what that means. Okay, in this bit we have some new throwable tokens. So this will be for throwing these different grenades and stuff. And of course the new cards. So these, none of this I think is to do with the actual expansions, right? This is all exclusive, yeah, because it's the exclusive gift box. So that's really cool. So lots of extra stuff, like gameplay stuff in this Kickstarter, which whether that's cool or not, I guess the jury's out on that, because if you're coming to the game after the Kickstarter is over, maybe not so much. Okay, we've got a new weapon. We have the plasma catapult. This is the secondary weapons, obviously. The fire looper 5000, the bug cooker incinerator SFG, magma piercer. Then we've got a throwable shield shredder, shield ripper, frenzy bomb, and booster bomb. We've got some new rock and stone cards. Stone and rock, by the beard, like that, rock and stone, rock solid. I'm not one of them, you knobhead. Very cool. The walls are alive. Place 6 grunts at exit 1 and 3 grunts at all other exits. Activate all creatures. That's a lot of grunts. So these are, oh okay, these are the what did the book say? It was about the extra swarm. There you go, extreme swarm. The extreme swarm cards are not linked to a specific expansion. You can add them to any mission. If you feel like you're up to a challenge, shuffle one or more of them into the swarm deck. Warning, not for dwarves who are faint of heart. I mean, we've struggled to finish some of the regular missions, to be honest, so maybe we won't be using those just yet. And then that explains what Betsy does. In the video game, Betsy is an enemy to begin with, but then you can, I think, reprogram her once you defeat her, and she comes to join your side. That's the Kickstarter exclusive stuff. So let's have a look at this barrel minigame, shall we? So obviously, first things first, we have the barrel itself. Very cool. It's like a kind of wood, almost. And then we need to pull this out, that bit there. Got the side bits there. I think this bit pushes out as well. So you have it this way round. These bits fold down like that. So it's kind of like a, it's not like cardboard. It's like similar to the stuff that the cave segments are made out of. Don't suppose it really matters which way round these are. So you put that in like that side in like that. So you've got your goal. Then this bit I think folds as well, so you fold these up like so, then these little bits come out. This bit folds forward and it sits in that side slot there. Same with the other side, so if we lift these up, yeah, so it kind of sits like this. So looks like we have the platform here and you've got the barrel. So I think the point is that you're supposed to be able to flick the barrel and it hits that and goes over into there. Not sure how much of a gap you're supposed to give. Let's give it a go. Well, that was terrible. Oh, I didn't even clear it. Oh, nearly. Damn it. Ah, so close. Ah, did it eventually. Right, well that was worth it, wasn't it? Right, now I've got that out of my system, I can go away again. I do so enjoy unnecessary stuff, you know? The fact that it's not necessary, you know, just makes it more fun. Not everything in life has to be deep and meaningful, you know? Sometimes it can just be stupid fun. So, enjoyed that a lot. Looks like we have some more art prints to go on the wall with the others. So first of all, we have the original biome expansion artwork, which is really, really nice. This must be the new biome expansions artwork. Got the are they called the Lancers or whatever? They're like brothers, very annoying. That must be the Rival Incursion expansion that we're going to unbox in a minute. And that one is the Space Rig. All right, I think we're on to the main boxes now. Starting with Rival Incursion. Very cool. So I quite enjoyed the Rival Incursion. I think it was like season 2 when Deep Rock Galactic started doing seasons. And it was all about rival companies, I guess, using technology to try and take the minerals and whatnot from Hoxxes before you could. So you've got like drones, you've got the big thing in the middle, I forget the name of, but he's got these tentacle arms and the slicers, which are so annoying. Yeah, cool to have that in an expansion. So what's included? Those are not bugs, those are machines. Machines from a troublesome rival mining company have infiltrated Hoxxes 4, obstructing our operations as they gather data on future mining potential. Their machinations are hostile and fully automated, with drones and armed robots threatening our very existence in the system. Can't read. Management is, quite frankly, shocked by their audacity. We will not allow any company to hamper our profitable endeavors. Prepare to take action and reclaim the caves. Alright, so we can see some of the different minis that we've got going on here. We've got the actual big boy at the end, who I cannot remember the name of. 13 new miniatures, 4 double-sided rival tool tokens. We've got the rule and mission book, obviously. Data rack token. I think we got one of those in the exclusive, or was it in the acrylics? I think it was the acrylics. Obviously the minis, bunch of cards, and we've got like new cave segments. Cool, let's open it up. All right, let's just move Steve slightly over there. Right, actual expansion numero uno, very cool. Let's open him up. So to start off with, we have a mood publishing thing. Another similar thing to what was written on the other bit. Then we have the rule and mission book in the nice A4 big book style. So can't argue with that. This goes through all the missions that you can set up for this expansion. I'm assuming it's using the base game, so hopefully there's a mixed mission book somewhere. Don't think I saw it in the box, but anyhow, very cool. Then we have some things to punch out. We have a new tile, so this is the cave segment where the boss will be on. It's upside down. That is its health tracker, similar to the big boy in the previous expansion. I can't remember what his name was. Promethean, something like that. And then we've got the different Hoxxes. I think it's called Hoxxes. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. So you've got the hacking bots. Got some new tokens down here, and some new triple bits of the cave segment, plus of course the data rack. Oh my god, is that silica gel? I'm sure nobody finds this funny, but I enjoy this bit. Okay, inside we have a singular green cube. Don't know what it means, but we've got it. Next, of course, we've got big cards, and we have little cards. I guess this is for the mission control, yeah, for the Space Rig expansion. Let's start with some of the minis. I'm just going to get the book open so I can actually see what they're called. Okay, so this is an appendage. I mean, obviously, you can tell that, but this is one of the arms belonging to the big boss, who is known as the Caretaker, which we'll look at in a minute. So you get 3 appendages. Here is a burst turret, so just a little turret, looks like a CCTV camera. Just sits down and shoots at you. You get 3 of those. Which way do they go in? That way. Then we've got the patrol bots. They kind of roll around on a ball. Kind of reminds me of BB-8 from Star Wars. Yeah, kind of reminds me of that, but with legs. Anyway, you get 3 of these. We have the Nemesis. I think the Nemesis is the one that impersonates the miners in the game. So you'll be like just playing on your own, for example, single player with Bosco, and you'll just hear like another miner go rock and stone down in the caves, and then you know it's the Nemesis, and he's just trying to lure you in to kill you. Very cool. 1 Nemesis. Here is the Caretaker, the big boy. So it's like a big floating upside down pyramid, I guess. You can see he's got a clear thing like that. So he, I guess, sits on multiple squares. Yeah, because he exists on this. So you would put him just like there, basically, and he just sits in the middle like that. He doesn't move, so I guess you don't have to worry about it. Obviously, only 1 of those. And then finally, we have 2 of these. And these are the power stations. So the way that this mode works in the video game is you have to go around and hack these power stations using the Hoxxes bots. And once you've hacked both of them, you can make your way over to the Caretaker and take it down and start the big fight. So clearly this is all included here. Right, here are our cards. Let's start with the little ones. So here you can see Rival Incursion Book 1, but it's a mining expedition. You've got the actual like excursion for these different missions. And yeah, it's all from the book. So it's just like, I think, alternative versions of those missions, and you can put them into the Space Rig expansion, shuffle them into those, and just means that you can have a bit more variety when you're playing a campaign. I've still not done that. It's just about finding the time. As I've explained in a lot of these videos, I think I have more board games than I have time to play. But that's life, unfortunately, as an adult. Okay, and then we've got the Nemesis. So it explains what it does. It moves through walls to reach its target, leaving behind empty cave spaces. I don't like the sound of that. So he's number 27. We have the Patrol Bots, the Burst Turrets, Caretaker Pyramid. Let's play this smart for once, huh? Time to restock. I actually think we're gonna make it. I think we've had this one before. Maybe we're not gonna die after all. So different rock and stone cards. We've got parts of the... This looks like to be a behavior deck for this part of the fight. So you've got a bunch of these. And then do we have normal event cards? Yeah, there we go. We've got event cards that spawn the patrol bots and the turrets, and then the Nemesis and bots and bugs galore. So that looks to be the Rival Incursion expansion. It's not a massive amount of content, but I think that that's perfectly fine. We've got so much for this game already that, you know, there is a limit at some point. Now let's move on to what I think is the final box. Oh, it sure looks like it. This one's much heavier. This is the Horrors of Hoxxes. So this is basically biome expansion number 2, I think. So it includes the Hollow Bow, the Sand-Blasted Corridors, the Dense Biozone, and Crystalline Cavern biomes, which is really cool. It was the original one, for comparison, that had the Glacial, Magma, Fungus, and Azure ones. So we've got the other 4. And we've got some cool art on the fronts. That was a big crash. Let's have a look at the back. More biomes, more creatures, more danger. Expeditions have uncovered a whole new region on Hoxxes 4, featuring 4 exciting new biomes to mine. The Sand-Blasted Corridors, the Crystalline Caverns, the Dense Biozone, and the Hollow Bow. Each one is stranger and more wonderful than the last. There are more minerals to carve out, new environmental hazards to navigate, and fascinating new wildlife to, well, mostly avoid. But beware the worst of the bunch, the Dreadnought Twins. Twice the menace, but twice the reward. You'll need to take down the sibling monstrosities if you want to survive long enough to mine everything. So yeah, in the video game, the Dreadnought Twins would like heal each other if you didn't like focus on one. You kind of had to bring them down together. It was quite tricky, but a pretty cool fight. So you can see lots of stuff included in here. We've got a bunch of new caves. We've got all these new tokens, of which most of them had the acrylic versions. Then we have a bunch of miniatures, 22 new minis. That's huge. And then a bunch of other things. All right, time to get into this. Kind of crazy that Deep Rock has had like 4 Kickstarters in, well, no, 3 Kickstarters in 4 years. Considering some Kickstarters take 4 years just to deliver one thing. We have another Mood Publishing postcard with the same message. We have the Horrors of Hoxxes Rule and Mission book. So we've got all these new different missions you can do on the different biomes. Very cool. Like I said, don't know where the mixed mission book is. I can't remember if that was part of the campaign. I'll have to look into that. Okay, bunch of boards and things to punch out. Alrighty, so got some sort of crystally looking stuff and some spikies and some red squishy things. On the back you've got some blue with red in the middle, very cool looking. Oh, this one's falling out. Got more of the same. So double-sided to save on printing for obvious reasons. And then we've got the health tracker for the Dreadnought Twins. And here we've got the Hollow Bow stuff with the spiky thorns and whatnot. The Sand-Blasted Corridors, and then more of the blue and red. More of the Hollow Bow. Sand-Blasted Corridors is really cool. I actually really enjoyed that level in Deep Rock, or that biome, I guess, in Deep Rock. You don't seem to find it very often, but it was pretty nice. More Hollow Bow. More Sand-Blasted Corridors. So that's new maps. Now let's look at all of the minis in here. There's quite a few. So first of all, I guess we'll go for the Dreadnought Twins. So this one is known as the Arbalest. Pretty cool. They only take up 1 block. So they're not massive. They're kind of Praetorian sized, I think. But obviously when fought with the Lacerator, and they always fight together, becomes a really tricky fight to overcome. Very cool, very gruesome looking. Right, what is this gruesome looking thing? Yeah. I mean, it looks familiar. I've seen them in the game, but it's just like a bunch of squishy stuff with bulbous things on it. It is known as a Barrage Infector, so I guess it's Spitball Infector, but bigger and grosser. Got a couple of these things. These are pod spawners, so if I recall correctly, little baby grunts come out of them. I don't think there are baby grunts in this board game, so I guess they'll be full size by the time they spawn. So 2 of those. Some of these are so grotesque, it's almost hard to tell what they are. This is a Nayaka trawler, apparently. I guess they're in the Hollow Bow mission based on the fact that they're all spiky and stuff. Yeah, pretty gross. 2 of those. These are Deep Tora honeycombs, although you would be forgiven for thinking it's something that has just been kind of chewed up. Not particularly exciting, some of these. I mean, this isn't a creature, obviously. This is just meant to be like a bit of terrain. 2 of those as well. You get 2 ejector cacti as well, just some cacti. Get 3 electro crystals. Yeah, these are really annoying in the video game. Keep shocking you. Could not have the stabber vines from the Hollow Bow. These are really, really annoying. But we get 3 of these. Now this is a septic spreader. I think I remember these. They just kind of spit goo out. Pretty gross. Actually looks like a bug though, so that's more than most of these minis have looked like. And you get 2 of these. This is cool. This is the Huli Hoarder. So the Huli Hoarder is like a little treasure gremlin goblin thing, a bit like from Diablo. That basically he will appear randomly, make silly little jingly noises, and you can chase him down and get a bunch of gems out of him. So you get 1 of those. Finally, we have 2 mist sprayers. You can probably tell by looking at it what they do. Spray out some mist. So pretty cool. I will say, other than the Dreadnought twins, not a massive fan on these minis. Some of them are kind of gross looking. I mean, obviously you're not going to have them all out at the same time. It's just set dressing for the biome that you're in. But yeah, we've got 2 more cubes. These are the damage tracking cubes for the health for the Dreadnought twins. Finally, we have some cards. And here we go. This is obviously to add to the Space Rig mission stuff. So you can add them to your missions. So that's in the little pack and then in the big pack. So we have here event cards for some of the new creatures to spawn. So you've got the Barrage Infector, the Huli Hoarder, Catch a Breath, decrease the swarm threat to either the start of the track or the last swarm symbol, whichever comes first. Do not trigger a swarm. For each step decreased, add a grunt to every exit. I tell you what, that could be extremely useful actually. Red Sugar, got some new stuff, yeah, some new enemies spawning, and we got some new enemies, so Lacerators number 18, 19 for the Arbalest, etc, so all of what they do. And then we have the actual event or behavior deck, I guess, for the Dreadnought twins. So from the looks of it, that is the final part of my unboxing. So there we have it. That is the full unboxing of the Rival, Incursion and Horrors of Hoxxes expansions for Deep Rock Galactic. Thanks very much for watching, and I guess we'll see if they decide to make some more for this game. At this point, I'm not sure what really they could add because there's only so much content, but Deep Rock Galactic did release a new game, which is like a roguelike. I've not played it yet, but I guess we'll see if they turn that into a board game as well. Who knows? All right, that's all from me. See you later.